Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Healing Hearts on a Monday night. I know we're recording it on a Sunday, but we still call it Healing Hearts on a Monday night because it goes live on a Monday. If you're watching on a Monday. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Kevin the Medium. Along with me is my partner, my rock, Miss Angela Clement. Say hello.
Hello, everybody. Nice you could be here.
We always start this with Angelo always pulls a card for the collective. So why don't you go ahead and do that?
All right. I did pull a card, and it's called One Next Step. And it's talking about the unknown. And so often we're taking action, we're busy, um, and we take action out of the fear that we might get it wrong, or we stop ourselves from taking action because we might get it wrong. Or we're not real sure where we're going. And so we often kind of hesitate on doing anything because we're not sure. And so it's kind of like a form of procrastination. And so what they're saying now is listen to your gut feeling and take the next step, whatever that is for you. Um, it could be designing a vision board, it could be starting some writing, starting a new novel, starting a new book, getting out into nature, whatever you enjoy doing. And they always say the first step is the hardest when you're venturing into something new, taking that first step. So um, think about what is one practical step I could take in the direction I want to go. It doesn't have to be getting to the end goal, it just is taking one little step in that direction. And then you take one more little step. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So,
Yes.
uh, with that vision, um, that's what we're going with the collective right now. Is don't hesitate. Go ahead and dip your toe in the waters, so to speak. That's the message.
That's been
And I'll put the
such a
card down.
big message lately for a lot of people. And it kind of goes around that whole there is no wrong decisions. Making a decision is the right decision. There's a bunch of different paths. We have every path is right. It just really depends what you're doing and where you're going. The big message that I keep getting is take that step, move forward. Standing still don't work. As most of us know, when we stand still, that's when well, obviously, that's when we stop doing stuff. So great message there, Miss Angela. Miss Sue, can you unmute?
Yep,
How are you?
I'm good.
They're literally debating who's going to talk. Um, your guide really has a lot to say. So I'm going to go with your guide to start. There is a female presence on the other side going up. Is it Grandma?
Yep,
You communicate with Grandma on a regular basis.
yep.
Just so everybody knows, Sue does what I do. I Sue does what I do. Sue is you do mediumship, do you not?
Yeah,
Yeah,
not I do it all, but you do more mediumship than me.
yeah.
I'll give
But
you kudos.
you still Grandma's like
Yeah,
she still talks to me. Don't let her tell you she doesn't.
I
We will
do.
get we will get to Grandma. Um, Main guide. Whoo, powerhouse. Holy, like lights me on fire. Makes me want to sit up and start doing a little bit of a dance. I got so much energy. People who come regularly know that I have recently, I say recently, in the last couple months, have been really pulled to communicate with I was calling them aliens and they corrected me. Galactic being is what they prefer to be called. I don't know if we know that, but are you as well connecting with some kind of galactic being?
Yes.
More, more. They're like, they want more,
Okay.
quicker. Yeah, and my guide's my guide's like, Kevin, pay attention. Um, it's going to play a bigger role in what you do. Um, it's kind of cool. Ooh. Have you connected already?
Yes. Not enough, but I do.
Yeah, yeah. Enough to know where this is leading you.
Yeah.
Cool. And it's leading to some really cool places, just so you know. Don't be shy with it. I know I am, and they're telling you not to be. Um, it just takes it to that weird level, don't you think? It's like we're weird enough talking to dead people, and then you add in galactic beings, and it just takes it to a. It's like, okay, I've literally jumped off the deep end into the pool now.
Yep.
Um, it's becoming more and more common for us. Um, some of us. Are you going somewhere? Are you taking a plane?
Yeah.
How soon?
Not October.
Okay, not really soon.
No.
Where are you going? Do you mind me asking? They're trying to show it to
Mex
me, and I'm.
Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Unless I'm
Just
going somewhere else that you want to tell me.
well, and it's funny because that's why I'm like the time frame feels shorter, and there's somewhere else you're going to go on a plane.
Okay.
That's
Cool.
my wings on a plane now, apparently. Um, and when I say sure, I don't mean like I mean weeks, months, not like 6 months from now, not 8 months from now, but summertime, late summer, something's going to come
Oh,
up where
yeah.
you're going somewhere. Be present when you do that. Um, be aware of what we're doing.
Okay.
Angela?
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
starting
in
to
my
feel the
own.
shock. We talk about it. She's going to get me a necklace, like a dog collar. So when she wants to interrupt, she can just push it. And you have something on this.
Yeah, I was in my own little world.
Yeah, of course.
Um, the cards that came up, there's two of them. One of them is talking about going within more and trusting that there is source coming through. Um, it might have something to do with the new connections that you're making and just being comfortable with that and knowing that they're here to help and to bring more love actually into your life. Um, and then also, um, it's time to release what's holding you back and step into a more radiant self. Um, something about, well, there's self-worth in it, but then also detaching from drama. There may be some things going on around you that are distracting you, or maybe something somebody's saying that's um, a little bit, you're not sure how to take it. um, so, this is an opportunity to disengage, step away from anyone or anything that's turning into um, something that you just don't want to be involved with. So that could be something that's coming up, or it could be something that's happening now, but it's feeling like say no and just walk away.
Yeah. I've got a few things on my plate that I've been juggling whether I want to continue doing. So,
Mm,
yeah, makes sense.
okay. Okay.
Confirmation. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. And this is an acknowledgement that it's kind of, it's like emotionally overwhelming sometimes to have to know what to let go and what to hang on to. And so, um, but you'll know which ones you need to release and let go.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. Is there something else, Angela?
Um, there might be some karmic release in that too.
Yeah.
That's attached to whatever you're letting go of. It might have more to it than just, it's like there's an attachment, a karmic attachment. So when you let this go, you let a lot of stuff go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thank you, Sue.
Thank you. Thank you both.
I am being pulled in like four different directions at once. It's crazy. I'm gonna go up to Anita. I'm gonna get you to unmute Anita.
I'm unmuted.
You are unmuted. Um, family is coming up, like the family unit.
Hmm.
Um, there needs to be action taken around the family unit, if that makes sense. I don't know if that resonates. It's like almost like
What
mom
type
needs
of family?
like husband, wife, kids.
So
It's literally
my husband and kids.
yeah. It
Okay.
like mom needs to step in and fix. Even though a lot of times we were like, nope, the kids are growing, we need to step back and let them be them. This feels like mom is needed for something. Um,
Is is this for a foster child or is this for
it,
a birth child?
when they talk about kids, they include adopted children, foster children, anybody under your care. Does that make
That's good.
sense?
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so there is something that you need to fix. You need to step in and
Male,
fix it.
female,
One more time.
male or female?
It's not like that. It's not like it's not, see, that's why they're showing it to me the way they are. It's not like you have to, like there's one person in trouble or they're like the son is misbehaving. You got to go in and smack him around. No. Uh, wow. Don't be smacking sons around. We're good. Um, it's more like there's a bigger issue that you need to step in and fix. I have a feeling it's with the Fosters, to be honest.
Mm, that makes sense.
Side in, showing me outside in coming in.
Oh, like another child coming into my care?
It
An
could
old child.
be.
Is it a child I used to have in my care that's needing to come back into my care?
They're not going to give me that kind of detail right now because of confidentiality reasons. But you will know. Um, do your God, it's funny. Do your voodoo thing you do, and you will know. And I'm like, voodoo thing that you do.
Mm,
Meditation that you do. It's not a voodoo thing.
mhm. Yeah, where I go in deeper. Yeah,
You'll
yeah,
know. Okay?
yeah. There's a couple things. Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problemo.
If anything
Miss,
else comes to you, text me.
yeah, Angela.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Hi.
two things. Uh, it's interesting. This card has got penguins on it.
Oh, I know. I couldn't get my penguins to work today.
It says a trustworthy person or relationship enters your life, and you're going to receive some kind of wise, compassionate advice
Mm,
from this person. And it's going to be tied in with something that, um, so you're going to do some inner work. You're going to do some,
Voodoo
um,
work.
yeah, voodoo work, like Kevin was talking about. And this person, this trustworthy person, enters into your life and really confirms the work that you did. So it's like confirmation on the messages that you're going to get through that work.
Mhm.
Um, and and it's talking about bringing your life into balance as well.
Mhm.
So making sure that you're spending enough time in the quiet, in going within, but then also getting out and meeting other people and
Mhm.
doing things that you love, connecting with others, making sure that you've got both.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And making sure that you've got, that creative thing going on, whatever
Build
that
it.
is, as
Mhm.
well as you're doing the organization, the masculine part of it all, um I always say that's the organization or the management
Mm.
piece of it all.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, just make sure you're in balance. Um, that
Mm.
seems to be really important.
Yeah. It's always been, it seems to be a theme because I get very ill when I'm not. So that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah, we all do, I think. That's pretty
Mhm.
common.
And thank you, Kevin, for crypticness. That's gonna have my head spinning.
There you go. That's what I do. I make people's heads spin. As long as you're not puking pea soup. Anybody of older age would know that reference. Spinning heads, puking pea soup. I know that reference.
Yeah.
Um, oh, look at penguins. That's hilarious that you get penguins. It's
Yeah.
usually her background for people who aren't here all the time. Usually Anita's background are penguins. Very
Yeah.
cool.
And I couldn't get them to work.
So
Thank
I
you,
got a card
Anita.
instead.
I love that. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm going to jump down to Miss Nancy. I'm going to get you to unmute, young lady. Full declaration, full, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, whew, oh, she turned.
Disclosure.
Disclosure. That's the word I'm looking for. Um, Nancy sideways. Full disclosure, Nancy's making me want to turn my head like this. There we go. Um, if you can't unmute, don't worry about it. Um, Nancy is my kid's mom, my ex-wife. Um, I don't know why she's looking at us sideways though. That's kind of weird. It's kind of freaking me out. I'm not going to look at her. Um, the reason I say that is Nancy's niece, um, son. Um, I wish you could unmute, because you have to tell me what he did have. I want to say he had cerebral palsy, um, and unfortunately, he just passed away. It was 2 nights ago.
What?
Um, there you go. You unmuted. What was it that
I'm
Aiden?
muted. Thank you.
What was it that Aiden
You know,
had there?
I I don't know. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I used to know, but I don't know now.
Okay.
Sorry.
Anyway, he crossed over a couple nights ago. He- He's come through. He wants the family to know that he crossed right over. He went right home. Um, this kid was kind of special. He had a feeding tube his whole entire life. He was in a chair his whole entire life. Um, his soul chose that life for himself. That was his journey through this life. He chose that before he came here. Um, so did Sarah, his mom, chose to be the mom of that child prior to coming here. Of course, we forget that when we get here, but we chose that. Um, so important message for you, Nancy, is if you can let the family know he's crossed over and is in the process of getting the healing he so richly deserves and needs. on the other side. Um, that's fucking hilarious. He's correcting me. Yes, I did. The first thing I did do was run in the field. My daughter,
Yay.
that was the first thing she said is, "Oh, that's so cool because now he can run." I'm a very literal person, and I'm like, "Well, no, because when we go home, we leave the body behind, and he wants me to know he was running in the field." So you can let Amanda know that Dad once again was incorrect.
Yay. That's good. Thank you. I
And
don't even know where
yes,
I am.
your mom and dad were with him when he crossed over, so he wasn't alone.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Angela, you have something to add to that.
Yeah, this is for her more.
Yeah,
It's about um, listening to your body's messages about a person or a situation. Um, so if we are feeling really heavy or drained um, around a situation and uncomfortable, to be careful.
yes,
And if you're feeling energized and happy, then of course you move forward. And I always tell people if you're not sure, it's usually a no. So just remember that because sometimes we're not sure and then we step into something we shouldn't have stepped into and then we, but just try to
It hits
really,
the fan.
yes, yes, exactly. So I always was very indecisive because it was like, well, it doesn't feel right and it doesn't feel wrong. It doesn't feel, and then it was a friend of mine that said, usually when it's like that, it's a no,
it's a no.
at least for now. And then
Perfect.
the
Important
other,
words there. Important words that you need to hear, at least for now.
yeah, at least for now.
That's for the collective,
Okay.
Ashley. Cool. You have
And
more
then
there.
there's,
Thank you, Angela.
yes, one more thing though. They want you to spend more time creating more space in your mind. So, like, not so much mind chatter going on. They want you to do more breathing, paying attention to the sensations in your body, and calming the nervous system and the chatter that's going on in the mind as well.
Sounds
So,
perfect. Thank you so much.
you bet.
And there is your card right there.
Hardza,
Cards up. Cards z
hardza.
z z z.
There they are.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna jump down to D. Um, if you can unmute yourself there, young lady.
Hi.
Okay, first, there's two, but first, Ben wants to come through and go like this.
Woohoo, we
So,
figured it
so if anybody was here 2 weeks ago, there was a soul that came through, and I was like, "This is for you, D. I know this person's for you," and they're giving me the name Ben, and I don't usually get names, or I don't get names that often. I'm getting them more and more now. And she messaged me after the show, and she talked to her dad, and it was your dad's dad that was named Benjamin, was it not?
Yes.
Yes. So he's clapping that you guys put that together. He's quite happy. Um, your dad thinks this is all bull hunky. I love that word, bull hunky.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a skeptic, we'll say.
I know another skeptic.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
let dad know that his dad goes, yeah, so was I. I'm not
hmm
anymore. He's
Aw.
hilarious. Do you have a friend that crossed over? See, even if I know you, I don't know everything about you. Did you have a friend that crossed over?
Not that, no, not, no.
Not recently. Go back. They're making you go back. School.
Cool. Was your friend my own age?
I'm guessing, mind you, with you, you have friends that are different ages, so it was somebody you knew that has crossed over. But we're going back to when you were in school, just a couple years ago,
Right.
a couple decades ago. Um,
Was it Susanna?
Thank you. Was she older than you?
Yeah. Yeah, much older.
Okay. But she crossed when you were like younger?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And I saw her when she passed when I was younger.
Yes. Okay. That's who it is. How is she related? Like, what's her relation to you? Just friends? Family friend?
Yeah, family friend.
Thank you. Yeah. Um, she's waiting for you. That's an interesting way she put that.
Mm.
Um, if money wasn't an option, time wasn't an option, education wasn't an option, what is it that you, when you were that little girl, what was it that you wanted to do?
Be a mom.
She's waiting. She's literally, yes, she's waiting.
Oh,
People,
she's such a good
I didn't
friend. I
give
love her
full
too.
disclosure. Dee is dating my son, so know that
Right.
she will have a big part in that. When you're ready, she's like, "Would you stop?" She, when you're ready,
Yeah, I
she's
get
going to
that.
play a big role in you being the mom.
I get that.
Very cool.
Thank you.
And you have something to go with that, Miss Angela. Might they
Yes.
not be on the same topic though?
Well, no, it's about replenishment. So it's
Mm.
Of the
uh
earth.
you going into retreat, um, resting, refueling, and there's a whole list of things here. And some of them jumped out at me, like gardening, arranging flowers, um, yoga, walking, and then, some of the things like just sipping a good coffee at your favorite cafe or like just anything to help replenish your soul um and it's funny because the two cards that I picked, they were tied together in this, and the reason why that's not selfish is because that directly affects the service that you provide for others. And so this card is all about serendipity. You've stepped into, you've done so many good things, and all this luck and fortune is coming back to you. Um, Energy flows in and it flows out. And so what I'm
Mm.
feeling is that, you do this work for yourself, and then you're able to help others, and then the good fortune comes back to you, and then you're able to help others. And so this is a really important piece for you, is that you're always replenishing, replenishing, replenishing. And it's not just for you, it's for everyone around you. It has a ripple effect that goes out a long ways. So remember that. Plant some plants or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's funny
Thank
because
you, Angela.
You're
as you were
welcome.
saying that, I see her digging in dirt. So that would make sense.
Mm,
Yay. Yeah.
yeah.
You
Thank you
have the
guys
time, you
both.
can just do it the way you want to now. Dee,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you.
Where am I going? Um, there's your cards, by the way, Dee. If you can see Angela's cameras. That's cool. Holly, are you able to unmute? I know you're not a fan of turning your camera on, but can you unmute? Holly, are you even there?
Think she should be there, shouldn't
Yeah.
it?
I'm gonna come back. When you figure out how to unmute, just unmute and I'll come back to you so we don't have a bunch of dead air space. I am.
Oh, there she is. She's unmuted
Oh,
now.
there she is. Holly, can you hear me?
Yes.
Excellent. How are you?
Okay.
Good. Is it your mom that has crossed over?
Um, Not now. That was a while ago, but
Yep. She's come through. It was a while back that she crossed over.
yes.
Okay. Um, was there somebody that crossed over just recently then?
Yes.
Who's that to you?
Well, it's a friend of mine.
Thank you. Okay. They're both together. Um, that's cute. Your mom brought her through, just so you know. Your mom also met her when she went home, when she went to the other side. Your mom met her and helped her through the process.
It's a Hannah.
Um, your mom has a message. It's an important message, and I'm going to say it in a way that everybody that's here and everybody that's listening will be able to hopefully take something from it because I think it's really, really important when we lose someone, um, especially parents. Um, we, as kids, as we get older, of course, our parents are going to cross over. It's just inevitable sooner or later, they're going to end up going home. That's a natural progression. Your mom makes me feel like she left early. Would that be a fair statement, Holly?
Yes.
She wants you to know that even though she wasn't here, she still sees everything. She still experiences everything that we go through. And I think that's the whole collective message is we miss them. They don't miss us. And it sounds really bad. It sounds like, what the do you mean they don't miss me? Well, it's hard to miss somebody if you're with them every single day. And they're literally have the ability to be with us. Oh, I got goosebumps on my goosebumps. They have the ability to be with us every single day. So they don't miss us. So know that mom hasn't missed anything. We miss them in the flesh and bone. That's on us. That's a human emotion. How long ago did your friend pass?
April 24th.
Oh my, just recently.
Yes.
Okay. Know that she went home. She crossed over. She got, again, as I was saying to, I think it was Corey with her son. We leave this flesh and bone thing. I'm not calling it that. We leave this flesh and bone thing behind, and our soul goes home. So we leave all that earthly stuff here. Um, we leave a lot of our emotional baggage as well. Those are earthly baggage. That's earthly junk. She really wants you to know she left a lot of, most 99% of that back here. She went home. Um, we don't know happiness like they know happiness. So if she has a message for you, be happy. Um, it was funny. I didn't even know this person, but a very prominent sports commentator passed away last week, and it really affected me. I was shook to my literal to my soul, to the point that I had an emotional day. I was in tears most of the day. And I read something. It said, "Don't be sad that I'm gone. Rejoice for the time we had." And it just set me on that path where I was like, you know what? What a great way to look at life. Let's be happy. And for me, this was a color commentator for the Vancouver Canucks, and I got to see his entire career with the Canucks. I'm going to celebrate that because I got to see it all. How cool is that that I got to experience it? So that brought me back to the point where I could actually smile and actually remember the good that he did for the game and the joy he brought me and my son, because we just loved listening to him. He was just one of those guys that we just loved to listen to. The reason they're making me talk about that is it went from an emotional day to a happier day. That's what they want for you, Holly. Does that resonate? Does that make sense?
Well, I know that's probably what they want, but it's hard for me to be like that. I'm teary-eyed all the time, crying, and
It's hard. I mean, and this is so new for you. This is like brand new. Angela, you have more for Holly.
Yeah, so um, an owl came up in one of your cards, and there is something about um, owls that have great wisdom. And what they're saying is that just watch for or listen for the sounds of owls or seeing owls in pictures or um, anywhere around you, any reference to owls, because there's synchronicity here that the angels are sending messages through that form for you to give you comfort and hope that there is someone guiding you and with you through this process. And then also to piggyback on what Kevin said, the card that came up to you is about gratitude. It's about um, celebrating the good times. It's about um, the joyful announcements, um, like the engagements, the weddings, the graduations, all those things that come up in your memories. To look at those with fondness and gratitude. And I know at first, we just miss them and our minds are still trying to get used to the fact that they're gone. So we have to give ourselves some time for our minds to get accustomed to that. And it takes time. There's new neural pathways that are being built. And as that is happening, really work at, first of all, trying to stay in the present and then looking fondly when you do look back on those memories, to look back with fondness and gratitude as much as you can.
but it's
And keep,
dead. No one, it'll never happen again. That I'll never have any of those good times again.
well, that's the way we can look at it. That's one way. And then we can also say to ourselves, you know what? We're grateful for that happening, but then also we want to be able to step into the new. We want to be able to get to a place where we feel whole again. And it's a journey. It's not easy. It's a journey. That's all I can say. It really is. And we have to be really patient with ourselves when we're going through that. So yes, it's normal to say, you know what, I'm never going to have that again. It's absolutely normal to say that. And it's normal to feel that. And I encourage you to feel that as much as you want to. And then when you're ready, there will be a time when you want to step forward and where you want to feel whole again and you want to feel joy again. And that's how you do it. You you look back with gratitude and fondness, and then you start to get a little bit curious about what the future could be like for you. And it really is all about you because they're in a beautiful place. So now it's about you and the life you're living on this earth and what you can do. So it's tough. And I mean, I can't I can't express it all in the few minutes that I have here.
Yes.
But if you need more help, you always know that I'm around and that I can help you with that for sure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Holly, and know that there's a lot of people going to be watching, and I know there's people here that send energy. And I know for a fact a lot of us are sending you that energy. So know that you're not alone in this, and you have a lot of support on the other side. Plus, you have a lot of support here as well. Excellent. We're running short on time, and this is why I said I'm not going to guarantee everybody's going to get a reading because when we did that, they were so short and so they weren't, I didn't feel right about it. So if you didn't get a reading tonight, my apologies. Um, but I do want to take a moment. If Angela can bring her camera back to her pretty face, I want to talk about Miss Angela, because that's what I do. I like it. This weekend we had the honor of going to Regina, Saskatchewan, to the Saskatchewan Book Awards, and it was funny because we knew going there that Angela had made the short list for the best first book category. What we weren't aware of was just how big of an honor that was. Um, the first book award is one of the hardest awards to win because it takes in all genres of books. It's not just memoirs or not just self-help, not just poetry or kids books, or there was 12 different categories. Every other category except best book of the year was specific genres. It was so in it was she her book was so well received. The organizer of this massive event, and when I say massive event, I'm going to say there was probably 150 plus people there, at least, maybe more. The next morning they pulled her aside. She pulled Angela aside to tell her how good her book was and that she was in one of the hardest categories to build on. Um, so yes, I'm bragging on her behalf, but gosh dang it, Angela, that book. If you guys haven't picked that book up and you're in a spot in a place where you're grieving, you're having a tough time, Awaken Your Souls, or Awakening Through Grief is the name of the book. And it's an amazing, amazing self-help book. Is that a good way to categorize it, Angela?
Well, it's a memoir. We call it a teaching memoir because it's prescriptive as well, right? It's got exercises and resources in it to help you through. Because I was an educator, of course, I was going to do that.
Of course you were going to
I
do
wasn't
that.
just going to be my story. But yeah, yeah. So
So
teaching memoir.
just I'm clapping. Congratulations, young lady. You deserve it and more.
Thank you.
She wouldn't let me boo when they didn't call her name. Apparently, that's not allowed. I wanted to flip the table over and cause a big ruckus. That wasn't allowed. Um, but it was fun. It was a good time. Um, I didn't realize how many Saskatchewan authors, like the literature community in Saskatchewan's massive. I was like, wow, it was quite impressive. Anyways, um, that's my brag. If you guys want a reading from either myself or Angela or the two of us, go to our social medias. That's the easiest way to get us. Or you can go to my webpage, Kevin the Medium, or you can go to Angela's webpage, Awaken Your Soul's Journey.
No, healingenergy.world.
But if they punch
Awaken Your
in,
Soul's Journey, it'll come up.
it'll,
Yeah.
don't you try to correct me, young lady. I know things.
Do you?
Um, this is what we do. And we're getting busier and busier, and we are traveling again. So spaces are very, very few and far between. So please reach out and be patient. You might be booking into June or even into July. It's going to be tough, but we will get there. Thank you for watching, everybody. And everybody that's in the Zoom, please stay there. We appreciate everybody. I'm going to try to figure out how to stop the recording. There it is.